pain-free running. I had a lot of calf pain before I started, and that's gone. Gained a lot of strength overall in how I run, a lot of confidence that I can run longer.
Andy, like most 30 to 50-year-old trail runners, right? He's smart, he's motivated. He just had this one thing getting in the way, which was excess tightness and pain after his runs, right? Every run resulted in him having more tightness or pain. And so when he told me about this when we first met, I just told him to focus on one thing for the next run he was about to go on, and that was to take shorter and faster steps or increase his cadence. Now, the reason a higher cadence is important is because the lower your cadence is, the more impact or force your legs are going to get per step. So by shortening your stride and taking faster steps, you're going to have more steps, yes, but the impact per step is lower, which then can bring it to a tolerable level for your tissue. So one way you can apply this to your own situation is either on your next easy run, just focus on taking shorter and faster steps than you normally would, or start a metronome at 170 beats per minute and try to keep your cadence at that same level. Andy went and he applied the higher cadence to his next run. Him and I met up after our run club for some coffee, and he told me, to both of our excitement, that he had no pain or tightness in his calves after the run, and that the higher cadence really, really helped him. Now, through that, we then talked a bit more about his situation and what he was looking to pursue with running, and he decided to start working with me as his coach. This led us into our first week of training, where we kind of set the foundation for Andy's running to come. He had 3 easy runs that week. 2 of them we put in strides after to expose him to more intense running, but in a controlled manner. We paired that with 2 full body strength sessions as well during that week, really just focusing on building strength and working out some of Andy's imbalances. We did that the first week, and he felt so confident after that he was ready, and he registered for a half marathon by week 2, which set us up for week 2, which was another foundation week, right? We just really built his confidence and let him get used to the workouts. This set us up nicely for what was to come in week 3, which was a higher intensity run, right? We swapped out one of the easy run in strides with a 2-mile easy into a 1-mile moderately hard, faster finish, right? Think hard, but you can still talk. Now with the foundation set and a little bit of intensity added, he was ready to start ramping up his long run. So we built up from an hour up to a little bit over 2 to 2.5 hours, but only what felt doable to him. We didn't want to push him into a point of hurting himself. We just listened to his body, and we built consistency week to week. During this build is when the first setback happened. So leading into week 5, Andy had a work retreat at a camp. So he was getting bad sleep. He was also sleeping on a bed that was not very good for his back. And so he had a lot of stiffness in his back. And so that really just added a lot of stress. And then to top it all off, on his way home, he ended up getting a cold. And so what we did is we just cut out his training for the early part of the week, just letting him focus on sleeping and recovering. Come Friday, he felt better, so we put in a light strength session, really just to help open him up, especially his back that was feeling still a bit stiff. And then by Sunday, he was ready to get out for a long run. Now, it was a tough long run for him, but he was able to get through it, which is good because that's good training for long endurance runs, right? They're not always going to be easy. So he got his long run in, and he was through that first major setback, which is a cold that happens to us all. But during that long run, a second minor issue presented itself, which was he was getting stiffness in his outer hips and IT band area. Now, this can happen from overuse issues, but part of it was just the stiffness of his lower back, and the rough week he had also led to it. But to help him with that, I added in the piriformis push-up directly at the end of his strength sessions. It's a good exercise to really open up and mobilize the glutes and the IT band. It was just 2 sets of 15 reps on both sides at the end. Save this if you're having IT band issues. You will thank yourself later for implementing it. So we did that for a week. Come his next long run, which was 11.5 miles, his longest run yet, and he did not have that tightness going on the outside of his hips at all. So literally just 1 week of implementation, and he was feeling much better. It was gone, and he got the long run done, and he is now confident and ready for his half marathon. So not only is Andy now a stronger and more confident runner, but his life outside is also improving. He is down over 11 pounds since we started working together. His overall confidence in himself is significantly boosted, and he's starting to think about what more he can achieve with his life, just like the more he can achieve with his running. So one major thing that traditional plans miss for people like Andy, myself, and probably for you is they stack on too much mileage too soon, especially that overall weekly volume. There's no targeted strength work, especially stuff that is specific to you and rebuilding your weak points and imbalances. And the last one is just ignoring outside stressors and focusing on recovery when those external stressors are extremely high. If Andy's story resonates with you, you probably don't need more miles. You need a smarter system that is built around you and your life and your body. I'm opening up 15 free pain-free plan reviews this week. They're first come, first served. DM me review, and I'll send you a link to book that call.